If you're watching this, I assume that you've completed all of the modules before. So congratulations. You should really celebrate. Thank you for doing this for me. Before I close off, I want to say a couple of points. In this course, I walked you through the honeycomb model of design thinking, which consists of the 5 steps. It starts with empathizing, defining, ideating, prototyping, and then testing it. Now, it looks simple, but it's not. You might need to spend longer time in certain phases or often need to go back and forth between phases. For example, after defining something, while you're talking with the stakeholders, you might realize that there's another piece of knowledge that's not yet ready. So you might go back to empathizing and doing the analysis and research, and then fill in the gap in the definition. While doing ideation, sometimes you might see that, wow, we didn't really define the problem statement in the right way, so the ideation cannot really mature because the problem definition is not clear enough. So as a result, you might need to step back and just refine that problem definition. In prototyping phase, after ideation, you might see that we have too many ideas, and how the ideas played out in the ideation session is different from prototyping, because maybe you need to combine 2 ideas, and that's possible too. Just go back a step and talk to your product owner, talk to your stakeholders, and then come back. And finally, as I said, the prototype, the part of the prototype is to simulate the concept of the idea. So during testing phase, you might need to see that, okay, maybe we are trying to simulate too big of a solution. So why don't we break it so we can assess during the test which part has what sort of feedback, what sort of reactions from the users. At any phase, you can go back to one of the earlier stages. Life is full of different kind of problems. Some of the problems are simple. Simple doesn't mean not hard. Simple means the solution is right there and clearly visible in front. Then there are complicated problems. That means the problem looks something, but there are hidden layers to it, which needs to be explored. There are complex problems, which means there are multiple layers or multi-parties involved. For example, there can be a piece of technology, there can be a piece of process, there can be people and their behaviors, which makes things not as easy or not as straightforward as it seems. And of course, there are these random, uncertain problem areas, which we call chaotic problems. Design thinking can help almost in every side of it, especially the chaotic problems, complex problems. Design thinking believes that when we approach a problem from the human lens, sometimes it's easier to reframe a problem, reframe a complex problem, reframe a chaotic problem, a complicated problem, and change perspectives. Because after all, we are solving problems for other humans, right? No matter how many technologies are out there, it's all about the people. If the people cannot use it, if the people don't adopt it, if the people don't feel great with the technology solutions, we're not solving problems then. We're creating new problems. That's why looking at things from a human lens is really important. A couple of reminders that I want to give you is that design thinking is not linear. Design thinking is not a checklist that you just come up with your idea of the solution, run through these 5 phases, and then, yeah, I'm done. We did design thinking, it works. It doesn't, unfortunately. I would really hope that you'd be the other type of, I would really hope that you would advocate the true essence of design thinking and human-centered design, and actually go exhaustive and maintain due diligence at every phase. Some things can look very common to you. Some things you may have more affinity towards. Something may feel like, oh, I've done it 100 times for that organization, so it will work. No, please go with a blank mindset, run the design thinking process with due diligence, and be exhaustive in each phase. Design thinking works best when we tap into the knowledge of stakeholders, subject matter experts, and of course, the end users and customers. Finally, I want to tell you, design thinking is not about you. Design thinking is about solving problems for others. When you are using design thinking or facilitating, be like a director of a movie. Be behind the scenes. You're not the actor. You're not the supporting cast. Your role is behind, not in front. If you like to have attention, if you like to be the spokesperson, if you want to be the genius, design thinking might not be the right method for you, because design thinking is about managing and serving the rest of the people. With this course, I hope you got some introduction to design thinking. Please reach out to me or any of the design consultants from your state if you have further questions. And I trust in you that you will carry out the true essence of design thinking. I congratulate you again for going through this course. No matter where you are, what time of the day you are, I wish you a very good rest of your day and rest of your life.